Okay, I gotta record some of my sword these days. Long time no see. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but I'm very frustrated because I wanted to make a bomb. Okay, I don't wanna be a terrorist. Maybe because I'm very disappointed about what our government is doing to us. It's very unacceptable. As long as I can see, our government has to do many wrongs to our family, like in my grandparents at their age, my grandfather and the grandfather and mother side, they all suffered from the land reform, so-called land revolution in China. I don't realize it was a revolution against us, against my family, to say so. So, but it cost me great deal of resources and time to know about that. Not until I read a book about the history of brainwashing, I got to know the mechanism, how the Chinese Communist Party is controlling this country. And after happened to I happened to come across this book in my third year at college. My life was pretty good, I could say, because I study at a local college, medical college, as a medical student, and I have a girlfriend. We are very much in love, and yeah, my grades is pretty good. I have learned Japanese that time, and majority of my students fellows, they don't learn a new language. Even their English is not very good. Yeah, maybe my English is not good enough right now, but it's it's a different level, I guess. I can understand, I can read, I can watch the English videos and learn what they are talking about, but they simply can't. Even our teachers, I guess, they can't do that too. So after I find out this book, and it caught very huge impact on my life. It's it, I in my before years before I found out book, I very much hated the party because I haven't been the like how do you say that, like monitors of the class. I've done many things for the teacher, even the for the discipline monitor. That is who is responsible for the whole class's discipline. Like recorded their late comings, students' late comings, sort of things. I devote some of my best time in high school doing that. But I still found I still thought there's a very much wrongdoings in the party in the school, but I don't know why. I just think there are bad guys in the party. But after I find out, I came across with this book named the brainwashing history, I found out it's not about some random bad guys in the party like either in the Western countries or in China. There's many bad guys. Okay, it's not some sort of bad guys against good guys game. It's the party itself is evil from the first place when they are born. Okay, they're born with the things. I don't know that really at that time, or clearly know how you're bad, because my father is very much against the party. I think they think this sort of the party is maybe not evil but not good also. So after I found out that book, my opinion towards the whole society, not owing to the party, has changed completely. And I don't focus my whole study, my whole attention on study parts. Okay, so I failed the exam. There's some other things concerning how I failed the exam, but yeah, that must have been a big part. So I failed the exam, and I can't take the medical exam, the doctor certification exam, because of the Chinese doctor policy changes after I attended the college. Okay, so I can do nothing about it. And my Japanese programs have something wrong going on because of the school. I, I, I thought the school betrayed me because they are not standard with us students. And I think the students itself, other students, my student fellows, even my home, my dormitory mates are against me. Okay, I wanted to do some changes with the Japanese program, Japanese nursing program, but there's nothing I can do about it. I stand, I stand up there, but nothing happened. Okay, so it failed. I was so frustrated. I stepped out of the program, and yeah, got detention, got suspended for not 1 year but 2 years. Okay, after that, I decided not to go to the hospital as my career. But even though, even that, I continued to work for about half a year in the hospital as an intern. But the funny is their skills is very much damaged by this system, and there is too many Chinese traditional medicine stuff or some other the wrongdoing traditions in the hospitals. I guess that is not what I wanted to learn as a doctor or nurse. And so even though the work is very promising in my parents' eyes, I tossed it, the career out. I quit. Okay. Then there is about half a year or maybe a year of freeloading in my home. In fact, my house my family's very much poor in the Chinese sense. Even in Chinese sense, my family is poor. Okay, I should do what you're asking me to do as my own job, but I didn't do it because okay, I have no excuse, but maybe I watch too much drama, too much series. I think there's there are some bigger things I want to pursue. So so I spent a year or so try to try to keep it up, keep myself up, and think about something I wanted to do. Then I find that during that year I watched many courses, read many books about many industries or different kind of studies, and I found out there are so many educational materials on the YouTube, and they really make some sort of money when there are very few Chinese platforms are doing this stuff during that time. So I want to do something about it, but I thought even though I could make some influence on the internet, but I really wanted to do is educate my surrounding people about things happen now. We are being repeated up by the government and like human rights or constitutions or the right of law, that sort of things, or the real history. And what's news is completely broken. I wanted to talk about things like that, but I know you can simply put the whole package out, but people will get confused. Okay, so we started small. From that, I want to sell some education materials. Okay, but I feel, yeah, I took it out on the street, but nobody cares. Okay, everybody cares about money. But, yeah, that is simple. Okay, so that things doesn't work. I don't have like-minded people who want to volunteer at the start to make things make things like this work. Okay, so on my own. I don't have much people skills. Okay, it's very sad to say, but yeah, okay. I spent most of the time educated myself. I think I'm doing pretty good. My self part, I can do some instruments. I can do some guitar. I can do flute. I can. I understand two languages, and I have a medical degree, and reading a lot of books. I guess a lot of lots of things. My peers, even my college students, they don't know about that. Yeah, I spend much of time in many different parts to educate, enjoy myself, but I didn't really spend much time on the reality. Okay, so I don't know how to make money, or so to speak, to have connections, to work, to cooperate with peers, to find out like-minded people. It's very hard to find those people nowadays, I guess, especially what I wanted to do. So, so I started another career as a Japanese teacher since I have some Japanese certificate and penalties. And then after about a semester, I got reported by one of my students for not completely controlling the classroom and letting have too much of the free time to learn by themselves. I should as their will, as her will, to completely control the learning process, completely guided this through the whole process, and assigning too much homework to them. And one of my students complains about it to my firm, okay, to my boss. I gave her the number how to complain about it. All other teachers, they either doesn't give the student's number, or just like the students said, training them like animals, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's the right way in Chinese sense, or if you want to learn some languages, maybe the best way, I don't know. But I don't want to train them like a baby, okay? I think they're grown up. I treat them as equals. Okay, they're high school students. They're not babies. I to want them to have some sort of self motivated towards the Japanese study. If you are not self motivated, you and me are the both very work too hard for each other. Either you just quit, or you try to self motivate you to study, because I can't make you to learn. But the student complains I should make her to learn because she simply can't. So that's our this disagreement and that. So my company got this and suspended me on this job, okay? And at this just time, the coronavirus broke out, and I just got suspended till today. That's very, I see it's very, I know it would happen like this, yeah, but I just can't, because many of the students, I guess most of them, don't have seats, complain. They regarded me as a good teacher. They wanted me back even after I tell them what my company supposed to wanted to change me for other teachers for their Japanese teaching, I guess. But But I think maybe some other teacher treat them like a baby with let them do well in the Chinese sense of certification exam. So I refuse I refused the local headmaster's invitation to start it again. I think I told him maybe I was not patient enough to guide these students. I should have more control over the class, but I simply can't. It's against my teaching goals. So I got suspended till today. And I realized after all of these I have been stand on the court for my mother about car accident against the defendant opponent. I think the Chinese court or the Chinese law doesn't protect the victims. Okay, even though the judge is, I think he's very much towards us because we are victims. But she can't do nothing about it, or maybe she can't do nothing about it. I don't know. So the law system is rocked, and since I'm a medical student, I think the hospital system is rocked. I see many more TV programs. I think the TV system, television, the news is rocked. And after my last job, I began to realize too late, huh? I started to realize our future educated system is not getting any progress at all. Even worse than when I was in the school. So the future, the education system is rocked, is broken. Not as to my teaching goals. I can see other subjects, how they are being practiced. But there's so many students are depressed. And I can know how they feel like that. I think they're reasonably depressed because of the education system. It's like I'm sort of becoming a psychopath, sociopath within the program, within the progress of my oh shit, maybe I should work more on the English part. We see you next time. Okay, best wishes. Yeah, you guys are lucky. Okay, you don't need wishes, you're doing well. So until next time.